Once again, it's June, and once again, World War II weekend is at full swing. Thank God the pandemic is over. It's time to go see some airplanes and some awesome pieces of history. I'm gonna bring you along for the ride. Here we go. No, I really can't help myself. Almost exactly when you walk in, you get a great shot of a Japanese torpedo bomber, just like the ones that attacked Pearl Harbor. Look at that sucker. Imagine that going into the deck of your ship. It's fucking insane.
Alright, man. So I'll watch when that time comes. I'll get you coming and take it off. I guess. Back down the tube and recharges the weapon and expels the empty.
They thoroughly empty
air shell. What I will do is just put that in. But I load it. But the difference is I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then ping on empty.
But he never loses that crucial thing called sight pressure. So the Germans and the Japanese all carried, as well as the Russians and the British, all carried single action rifles. So the average 8-guy squad in an American squad that has 8 of those compared to Germans who are carrying a similar version to this, who do you think's going to put down more firepower?
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And of course, you're just going to see lots of these around these camps too. Plus machine guns.
Place and you'll see when are they going to do this, when are they going to do that. The overall schedule is published in War News. War News is the official publication of World War II weekend, and there is a schedule.
crazy about me? Why did he just ignore me when I came in?
He told me about that. He's got what they call a phobia, you know, a female phobia. Well, it seems that when he was a baby, he had a very ugly nurse, you see, who was cruel to him. So now he gets shy in the presence of ugly women.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah. Plenty to go around, ain't there? Never seen anything like it.
days got postponed. We are going to do an event in Lidditz on the historical side in September.
Look out, Smithland, before he goes.
You've got a question about I can't
Dave Bierlin left us last.
I don't know where the vehicle owner is. You have to ask.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
There it is.
Steal stuff that's just not.
This thing is like
Yeah, because I'll wear mine.
What up?
That's kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Absolutely, thank you. Have a good day.
They got about 15 there. I mean, I've never had it.
Okay, I got a steering box. And I got all the guys. What is? Oh, did you? He said it. He said it was great.
I felt like I shouldn't have been looking
We're all nice guys.
So, we need more than a cake.
No.
See, you're going to fly the Oprah.
I don't know. I'm going to go up first with muscle face there. No one looks
Oh, those are the bunks. That is
Collect all the sand from the sea rations.
Oh, I was wondering what they were.
Yeah, that's what those are.
So what division are you in?
94th Infantry Division. Yeah, our guys are in this building here and that building there. We have a battle here at 1:30.
Here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, I'll be back.
From about like 30 feet away. That's all talk. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to him. You go to Conneaut and then they can go all day. We'll still talk about it. Yeah, this Conneaut. I mean, it's smart. A lot of people stop and talk.
So practice the gunner, sit down and try to
We did Chinese food, and the only time we ever eat Chinese food is when we go to Carolyn's in Jersey. And but that's
yeah, those old trains.
You watch that and it's just amazing.
And to do the job thoroughly, we have got to
Sounds like today.
halfway through the song, we stopped because they didn't realize they were talking about Atlanta. Faster than my gun. And the gun kills better, faster than my gun. This is literally what they there's pumpkin kicks of the sunburn school shooting, and they put it at the graduation before it starts. Then they realized, oh,
Their hat off to the desk. Put it down.
What was the caliber?
7.62 Nagant.
Okay.
It's a special cartridge. It doesn't go in anything else.
Yeah.
Try the double action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like that gun a whole lot.
These are definitely last-ditch weapons.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to do my 7 shots and then just throw the magazine.
Yeah.
Or just put the lid back on that one.
Magazine. I don't like putting the magazine blank in it.
Just put it on tables and run it. Put your from the back.
Do not touch the trigger. Do not touch the bolt. Okay? Here's the trigger. Fire select, bolt. Don't touch any of that, okay?
We were called up specifically to train for D-Day. Our unit with the Big Red 1 1st Division hit Omaha Beach on that first wave. This was us. And behind the 104th, 29th Division was the 104th Medical Battalion. Today we're going to show the makings of a combat medic. Combat medic, the unsung hero on the front line. A lot of my GI vets, one guy said, you know, you called for him, you don't know how he got there, why he got there, but he got there, and thank God we had that combat medic. To the right of me, Andy's we're going to show some basic doings of the medic. The 29th, notice we do not have the shield, the Red Cross shield. Units did, but a lot behind the lines in the the field hospital, litter bearers, things of that nature. But people say they were targets. They were. We had the Geneva Convention, but our division decided not to. We did have the armed brassard saying medic. Trust me, the guys knew who the medic was. The guys knew who the medic was. Basic gear, if you look, Andy's wearing a yoke style. The yoke webbing crosses over, 2 canteens of water. Always have an extra water for the guys to drink, or if there's a bleed out, pour the water on and see what's going on there. You have 2 satchels, 2 medic pouches. When he has those, I'll pull one out. One is just a pill container. You know, analgesics, things for vomiting, paragetics, all kinds of pills. Not only the combat medic go out to help their wounded, you know, you went to them for headaches, vomiting, diarrhea, you know, if your urine and was burning and that kind of stuff, you went to that. You could surmise what was going on with those guys with that. First thing you hear for help would be a medic. Call for a medic. It's almost instinctual. The medic will go. There could be fire, pressure, firing going on, yelling going on. You see the wound. First thing you do, you get out the scissors. You don't bother trying to get it. You just cut right through the clothing to see what's going on. Cut. You look at the wound.
Where's that wound?
The wound. Is he in there?
No, up there. There we go.
Whoa, hey. We got hell of a wound right there. You see the wound. First thing you do, you take your sulfa packet, rip it open, and you sprinkle real quick. Sometimes you may want to take your canteen and see what it's coming, but with a wound like this, forget it. Sprinkle. You take a bandage. Pop the bandage on, apply pressure. Basic first aid. Apply pressure. A lot of times you could do that. If he's screaming a lot of pain, if he's conscious, if he's unconscious, you may not want to hit that morphine. His pressure may have dropped, may have slowed his heart even more. If he's in a lot of pain screaming, you take a syringe. He's tying off. And while that's going on, you know, sometimes, you know, if you have time, if another guy's with you, take the helmet off, talk to him, hey, you're going to be all right. It's only a scratch.
Hey, buddy. This is
well,
better than the last time you did this.
You're going to be all right. You got some good-looking nurses going back at the field hospital for you. You'll be fine. Now, you have a morphine syringe, about 1 gram, half gram of morphine. There's a plastic cap. You bite the cap off. There's a needle. You push down. You poke it just like a crazy glue. You know, that open up, you know, goes. Usually the thigh, sometimes the arm. You squeeze it. When that's done, 2 things we usually do. If there's a lot of blood and you don't have time, you take your finger, you wipe an M on his forehead saying that he had morphine. Or you could take the syringe and take the pin or the needle, hypodermic, and just clip it on to his shirt. You also have a tag, but if he's like a mortal wound, you'll probably hold off on that tag unless he's dead or back.
You'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right in here.
You come out. Whenever it comes down. These guys are often under fire too.
Get in, get as close as possible.
Carry him on the litter. We're not going to do straps. All right. Well, that's something. With that in mind, litters take him, going back to the Battalion Aid Station. Now, the Battalion Aid Station, if we kind of look at this chart, the first line of medical defense is the medic. They're out there treating, stabilizing as best they can. They can take a litter. Depending how far, it could be 5 miles. It could be a mile, depending. If it's long, we usually get a Jeep up, put the litters on a Jeep, fly them back to the Battalion Aid Station. If not, we carry them back. And right now, we're going to go to the Battalion Aid Station as you come in. What you have going on here, they got him on the litter, makeshift litter right here. The doctor is looking at the wound. They're looking for their vital signs. What's the blood pressure like? What's the pulse like? We did have an ID. If you had time for the ID tag, kind of tells them basic information about this soldier. What you have here the nurse doing. Can you show up the mask, please? This is a World War II ether mask. Kind of mask goes over the nose. You have a can of ether, and you do drips of ether until your patient becomes unconscious. That is the IV anesthesia of World War II.
For the aircraft to get the stick ready for jumping. At the same time, the master jump master is watching these streamers to see where they land in relation to the point that he threw out of the aircraft. At this point, the jump master is going through the jump commands with the jumpers. He starts off with 6 minutes. Right there, first jumper should be out any second.
Oh, Plymouth meeting, yes. Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
her and her boys come to they've been in there for
Yeah, I should see that happen.
They just want to talk.
Oh, here we go.
MG!
past few days they've actually worked really good.
They're trying to have a living history with vehicles that did at 3 stations. Trying to have a GI down there that like
So we got to like 3 o'clock, and I'm like, alright, we brought, so he's wearing the HPT uniform, and it's just like a cotton twill.
Yeah.
They were used. Original pair of the soapy pajamas at this point, so after hours we just like throw on the cotton uniforms. I'm wearing the undershirt because I don't want to wear a white shirt right now. That's what he's doing over there.
guys to go in there and secure the islands. Europe was a very intense battlefield as well because the Germans had very good equipment. They were well trained. They were highly.
This doesn't look good when the Germans answer with the bus behind.
They have an M20 armored car, which was an armored recon car, has 6 wheels, very mobile. It's with the ham tracks are now moving out. Those are M3 ham tracks. They carry the American infantry with the American infantry squad. And contact has been made, folks. 3 ham tracks. They also have, it looks like 2 Shermans. You have the closest one, that is the Sherman M4A2 E8. That has a 76 millimeter gun, high velocity. The other is basically a support tank and has a 105 howitzer on it. That is an M4 A3 E8 tanks. And the Americans are now moving up. You can see the leapfrogging. You can see the Germans have a tenacious hold on there. They're trying their best to keep the Allies keeping ground and hopefully stop them from getting to the bottleneck. It's interesting to know that the Americans in France had more tanks by heart, but the overwhelming superior of the Allies with men, with machines, with materiel, with air. Looks like maybe the howitzer is knocked out, but now the other Sherman is coming. German tanks, but they're still very dangerous. But the Sherman is equal to the task. The Sherman tank was really a war-winning weapon. It was, had to build one that served a purpose, that had a large caliber gun, that had sufficient armor for the time, and the Sherman was very, very dependable. A lot of Shermans went from the Normandy beachhead to the French border with Germany without going in the shop or suffering a major breakdown. Very reliable. Well, folks, it looks like things hasn't ended well for the vaunted German army. It looks like they have met their... Let's give these guys a hand. How about that, guys? They give their time. They're out there in the hot sun with their uniforms. Oil right now, I know you're thinking, why do they have to warm oil up in these weather conditions?
I just want to draw some attention to the aircraft behind me. This is a P-61B Black Widow. Now, the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum is restoring this based solely on donations. And I don't know if a lot of people include this in their videos, but this is what World War II Weekend's all about. That thing. It's trying to get them to fly. One hell of an airplane, and I can't wait to see it in the air. So inside the hangar behind me, they have visits with World War II veterans. You can go up and talk to them. Some of them are selling books and stuff. Occasionally you'll try and ask them a question and they just want you to buy their book, but most people aren't like that. But it's really cool, like it's the whole airplane hangar, just full of people. And there's something really cool that I found in there I'm going to show you real quick. You don't see this every day. original Iwo Jima map. Can you believe that? Months before the invasion. Check out this message. Unbelievable.
That's insane. The cartridge back to this.
They said we've had enough. What the Japanese didn't know was that we didn't have any more nuclear weapons. We only had 3. Trinity, Fat Man, and Little Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, they're setting up for a photo pass coming in from the left. Here is the Commemorative Air Force's B-29 Super Fortress, Fifi.
Well, guys, that was World War II weekend. I was very surprised that it was back to normal, but kind of not surprised at the same time.
In the meantime,
I'm glad nobody had masks on, and I'm glad it was packed.
And she will be landing.
The more people that can learn World War II history, the better. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for this hour-long video, and until the next World War II weekend, next year, we'll see you again sometime.